Whatever action, whether right or wrong, one performs by thought, word, and deed. These are its 5 causes. Valor, glory, firmness, skill, generosity, steadiness in battle and ability to rule. These constitute the duty of a soldier. They flow from his own nature. Those who cannot renounce attachment to the results of their work are far from the path. The true nature of action is very difficult to understand. Therefore, one should know the nature of attached action, the nature of detached action, and also the nature of forbidden action. The deluded ones, who restrain their organs of action but mentally dwell upon the sense enjoyment, are called hypocrites. Sever the ignorant doubt in your heart with the sword of self-knowledge. Observe your discipline. Arise. Perform your obligatory duty, because action is indeed better than inaction. No one becomes a karma yogi who has not renounced the selfish motive behind an action. Just remember that I am, and that I support the entire cosmos with only a fragment of my being. I am time, the destroyer of all. I have come to consume the world. I am the beginning, middle, and end of creation. I am heat. I give and withhold the rain. I am immortality and I am death. I am what is and what is not. I am death, which overcomes all, and the source of all beings still to be born. Free from desires, mind and senses under control, renouncing all proprietorship, doing mere bodily action, one does not incur sin, or karmic reaction. Faith in sacrifice, charity, and austerity is also called sat. The action for the sake of the Supreme is verily termed as sat. Even the wise are confused about what is action and what is inaction. Detached action is unselfish work. Attached action is selfish work that produces karmic bondage. All the scriptures lead to me. I am their author and their wisdom. Action is the product of the qualities inherent in nature. A man who sees action in inaction and inaction in action has understanding among men and discipline in all action he performs. A karma yogi performs action by body, mind, intellect, and senses, without attachment, or ego, only for self-purification. Strive to still your thoughts. Make your mind one-pointed in meditation. One who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by sinful action, as the lotus is untouched by water. Let the motive be in the deed and not in the event. Be not one whose motive for action is the hope of reward. If you perform the sacrifice of doing your duty, you do not have to do anything else. Devoted to duty, man attains perfection. The soul who meditates on the self is content to serve the self and rests satisfied within the self. There remains nothing more for him to accomplish. Strive constantly to serve the welfare of the world. By devotion to selfless work one attains the supreme goal of life. Do your work with the welfare of others always in mind. Those who are interested in self-realization, in terms of mind and sense control, offer the functions of all the senses, as well as the vital force, breath, as oblations into the fire of the controlled mind. Death is as sure for that which is born, as birth is for that which is dead. Therefore grieve not for what is inevitable. The egoistic man thinks, I am the doer. In reality, Prakriti does everything. A Jnani who remains as a silent witness and who knows the essence of the division of the quality and functions is not bound. No purifier equals knowledge, and in time the man of perfect discipline discovers this in his own spirit. One who has control over the mind is tranquil in heat and cold, in pleasure and pain, and in honor and dishonor, and is ever steadfast with the Supreme Self. Faithful, intent, his senses subdued, he gains knowledge. Gaining knowledge, he soon finds perfect peace. Sever the ignorant doubt in your heart with the sword of self-knowledge. Observe your discipline, arise. There are two ways of passing from this world, one in light and one in darkness. When one passes in light, he does not come back, but when one passes in darkness, he returns. We all have been for all time, and we shall be for all time, as the spirit of our mortal body wanders on in childhood, and youth and old age, the spirit wanders on to a new body. Of this the sage has no doubts. Your right is only to perform your duty. You do not have right to expect any consequences thereof. You should neither be motivated by the fruits of your action, nor should they encourage you to be inactive. When meditation is mastered, the mind is unwavering like the flame of a lamp in a windless place. When a man dwells on the objects of sense, he creates an attraction for them. Attraction develops into desire, and desire breeds anger. When a person is devoted to something with complete faith, I unify his faith in that. Then, when his faith is completely unified, he gains the object of his devotion. Whatever you do, make it an offering to me. The food you eat, the sacrifices you make, the help you give, even your suffering. Whatever the state of being that a man may focus upon at the end, when he leaves his body, to that state of being he will go. Whatever action is performed by a great man, common men follow in his footsteps, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. What the outstanding person does, others will try to do. The standards such people create will be followed by the whole world. The self-controlled soul, who moves amongst sense objects, free from either attachment or repulsion, he wins eternal peace. The actions of a great man are an inspiration for others. Whatever he does becomes a standard for others to follow. Set thy heart upon thy work but never its reward. In this world 3 gates lead to hell, the gates of passion, anger and greed. Released from these 3 qualities one can succeed in attaining salvation and reaching the highest goal. Man is made by his belief. As he believes, so he is. One should strive and employ oneself to uplift oneself. One should never dishonor oneself. The self is one's friend as well as one's enemy. I am ever present to those who have realized me in every creature. Seeing all life as my manifestation, they are never separated from me. They worship me in the hearts of all, and all their actions proceed from me. Wherever they may live, they abide in me. He who sees me everywhere, and sees everything in me, I am not lost to him, nor is he lost to me. For him who has no concentration, there is no tranquility. Because the fool wants to become God, he never finds him. The master is already God, without ever wishing to be. As the kindled fire consumes the fuel, so in the flame of wisdom the embers of action are burnt to ashes. You have a right to perform your prescribed duties, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. Whatever happened, happened for the good. Whatever is happening for the good. Whatever will also happen for the good. Through selfless service, you will always be fruitful and find the fulfillment of your desires. The spirit is beyond destruction. No one can bring an end to spirit which is everlasting. Seek refuge in the attitude of detachment and you will amass the wealth of spiritual awareness. The one who is motivated only by the desire for the fruits of their action, and anxious about the results, is miserable indeed. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, similarly, the soul accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones.